Welcome to your new moon August tarot reading, where you can come to find out what to expect for this new moon and how to make the most of it. My name's Kirsten with Watersedgetarot, and let's go ahead and get started into the reading today. So the first card that we have is the Ten of Swords. So this is you, not who you are as a person, just who we are in this situation. And the Ten of Swords is a card of completion. This is saying that we've had a lot of things happening. We've had some, a lot of mental things, like people are stabbing us in the back, or they have already. This isn't new. This isn't something that's going to happen. It's something that has happened where, we have like the 10 swords in our back and we're just releasing it. Also, what I love about with this card is it shows an abandoned building and it shows the emptiness of it. And this is also a reminder too, with that completion, that whatever the gossip, whatever the backstabbing, whatever this cycle was of just constant hurt and pain and disappointment, it's done. It's over. It's cleaned out, and it's time to move forward. It's time to go forward. And then the Where You Are Now card is actually the 10 of Wands. So another completion card. So what are we doing now? What's going on now is that we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. We have a lot on our back, and we're traveling this path, and we're tired. We're exhausted. The thing about the 10 of Wands, though, is even though you're doing a lot, you're carrying a lot, it's one of those things where it's not going to be forever. It's just temporary, and eventually we're going to be able to put down those wands. We just need to keep going a little further. I also want to point out something that's hard to see. There's actually a donkey in this carrying a bunch of hay, oh goodness, I forgot how to speak. We'll just say hay. I was going to say a bale of hay, and then I was going to say the other thing that was on my mind, but whatever. It's a donkey carrying a bale of hay. Lots of hay, actually. And it's one of those things where he's going to get to his destination. It's a little ways off. The next card is what is holding us back? And here we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed as what's holding us back. I want to remind you that Pentacles is not just about finances. It's about time, energy, and health, because we spend time, we spend energy, and we spend health. And when I see the 5 of Pentacles as what's holding us back, specifically in the reverse position, the 5 of Pentacles is about a time of being stripped down, of having to get down to the basics, of having to really look at what you have. And when it's in its reverse position, you're already in the middle of this. It's almost a purging of some sorts. And in that moment, I'm seeing that we are resisting the need to purge, the need to, rid what's holding us back. Because look, there is a tree, and then there's a little sprout next to that tree. And you can focus on the death of that tree, or you can focus on that little sprout, this little green sprout right here. So in its reverse position, which is what it was in originally, I'm seeing that we are focusing on our loss instead of focusing on the new growth. And that's what we need to do. That the focusing on the big tree, the dead tree, is what's holding us back. It's what's holding us back. We need to focus on this little sprout. New lessons. We have the Ace of Cups reversed here for new lessons. Now, I want to remind you that aces are always about new beginnings, even in its reverse position. But when I see the Ace of Cups, I see that our lessons are just kind of learning how to go with the flow, because right now we're getting really aggravated, really agitated. We are not enjoying this newness. Instead of leaning into the childlike wonder of this newness, we're just aggravated because we want things to go our way instead of allowing things to flow. Cups is a water element, and it's one of those reminders too that our heart space goes in its own way. It goes in its own direction, and we kind of have to go with it. If we don't go with it, we're going to end up with a lot of frustrations. The next card is what to let go of. And this is a reminder too, with the Fool being what we're letting go of, the Fool reverse, what we're letting go of, that we, again, need to let go of the idea that we're going to have everything figured out. We're going to have everything planned. Because the Fool's all about starting a journey. It's about going on to, whatever it is that you're seeking after. And it's one of those reminders that, you can plan for as much as you want, but specifically in its reverse position, there's outside variables you can't plan for. If you're going on vacation, you're going down to, Florida, Texas, wherever, you can't plan for every variable there is. You can't plan for the randstorms. You can't plan for the wrecks. You don't have all the variables that can be accounted for, because that's just overwhelming. So allow yourself to experience the actual experience. And what is being planted is the Hermit reversed. Now, this stopped me for a little bit. I am not going to lie, but then I thought about it. And what's being planted is the fact that you've done some massive introspection, because that's what the Hermit is in the upright position. It's about introspection. It's about putting yourself in a space and in a place where you can reflect on what needs to be reflected on, where you can go inside yourself and you can find, all the answers that you need within yourself. When it's in its reverse position, it's saying that you have found those answers and now it's time to integrate. So what's being planted in this new moon is that right now you have the ability, this is the perfect time to plant those seeds of whatever that introspection was, whatever the result of that was, plant it and go. This literally is the perfect time to do that. So in this new moon, you are at 2 cycles of completion. We're at a mental cycle of completion and a physical cycle of completion. We just have to push through. We have to give ourselves the grace and understanding that it's over, but that doesn't mean we can stop. Yes, the cycle might be over, but we have to keep going on to the next phase so we can find the new beginning. We have to understand that even though the cycle's over, that there's not going to be everything we can plan for, and not everything's going to work in our favor, okay? It's one of those things where we have to go with the flow. We have to allow ourselves to let things happen on their own way. Because this 5 of Pentacles is such a reminder that growth is growth, no matter how small. So in this new moon, allow yourself to plant the seeds. Allow yourself to let go of the expected outcome and how you want it to look like, and let yourself just let it grow on its own. Because if you have a very dictated way that this little sprout's going to grow, if you think by the end of this month that it's going to be a full tree, you got another disappointment coming. But if you allow it to do what it's going to do in its own natural way, you're going to feel at peace and you're going to feel at harmony. So my message for you this new moon is to just allow growth to happen in its own way. Know that whatever you've been working to end or, cut off specifically with this last new or full moon, it's happened. You did it. The cycles are completed. And now it's time to plant whatever those new things are, whatever the Hermit's taught you, whatever you've learned from the Hermit, plant those seeds, go forward, and let the process happen naturally. All right, that is your new moon reading for August. If it resonates, go ahead and comment in the description below, or sorry, not description, the comments. Comment in the comments below and let me know how this applies to you, so we can work through whatever it is that you might be resisting in that 5 of Pentacles area. If you want a private reading, there's a link in the description below, and I can't wait to read for you again. Have a good day.